Before you sprint into 2026, stop, breathe, look back. You may be stronger than you realize, and December is your chance to reflect, realign, refocus, and finish the year with power and purpose.
Yes, and if you love practical tips to finish strong, hit subscribe so you never miss an episode, and share this with a friend who's ready to close the year with intention.
Hey there, welcome to Group X Appeal. I'm Kimberly Glick.
And I'm Terry Shorter. We're excited to bring you this hot and sweaty podcast.
With over 25 years of experience each in the health and fitness industry, we're here to share hilarious, heartwarming stories from our lives and careers.
And offer practical nutrition tips, expert exercise advice, and strategies for holistic well-being and a positive mindset.
Group X Appeal is your go-to source for inspiration, motivation, and a few laughs along the way.
So tune in and let us help you be the healthiest, happiest version of you. Mindset and community come together to help you live your strongest, happiest life. I'm Terry Shorter.
And I'm Kimberly Glick. And today we're kicking off December with intention.
Yes, we are.
This is the month where most people mentally check out, but we say check in because December isn't a throwaway month. It's the launchpad for your next evolution.
Yes, today we're talking about how to finish this year strong, not just mentally and physically and emotionally, but also spiritually perhaps. So that way you can step into 2026 feeling aligned, feeling grounded, and ready to go.
Ready to go.
So speaking of ready to go, let's give them some tips.
I think we should.
Are
Should we
you
do,
ready?
what do you think? 3, 5?
Let's do 5.
Five's good?
Five's our number.
Five tends to be our number. All right, so let's start with our first tip for you, and it's all about reflection. This is about looking back, not in a judgmental way, but recognizing that the data you can gather from the year you've just lived, it's data for growth. Data. Do you say data or data?
I say data.
Data?
Yeah. What about you?
Okay.
It sounds like you say data.
I think I say both, and I never know which is
You're
going
a
to come out.
flip-flopper. Data, data, data,
I am
data,
a data, data
tomato, tomato,
flip-flopper.
potato, potato.
So as you look back at 2025 or whatever year it might be, if you're watching this sometime in the future, what worked this past year and maybe what didn't? You know, we've talked about this before when we've talked about goal setting, but whenever you take action in your life, whether it's for your fitness, your well-being, or any goal that you hope to accomplish for yourself, every action you take, it's one of two things. It's either a win, and a win is to be celebrated. So as you look back, where can you find the wins to celebrate? It's really important. And then if it's not a win, it's a lesson.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we try something or we go for a goal and it doesn't quite pan out the way that we had hoped it would. That's okay. Somewhere in there, there's lessons to be learned. And as far as I'm concerned, whenever we're learning, that's to be celebrated as well. So remember, reflection isn't about looking back and beating yourself up or judging how well you did. It's about gathering information, celebrate the wins, celebrate the lessons, but recognize that it's all information and data that you can pull together to aid in your future evolution moving forward.
Absolutely.
How do you like that point?
You work
Is that a good point?
Data. So I would say tip number 2 is recognize that gratitude gap or focus on the gratitude gap, right? There's so much to be grateful for. There's so much that we take for granted, I think, on a daily basis. And one of the things that we can do is simply just shift focus from what you didn't do, like Kimberly was just talking about, to what you did accomplish. And we talk about celebration or reveling as much as you can, because you know those moments of revel also, they're kind of like dopamine hits. No matter how small the wins are, it doesn't matter. It could be, you know, something as simple as I went out and walked. I didn't walk 30 minutes, but I got out and walked 10 minutes, you know, this morning. I'm going to take that as a win still because it's better than, you know, logging 0 minutes of walking. So gratitude, what it's going to do is it builds confidence for the next year. And having that attitude of gratitude, it, you know, I think, you know, having that attitude of gratitude, it makes, you know, that feeling of loss kind of disappear, right? So, and instead, like Kimberly was saying in her very first tip, it is a lesson. It's an opportunity to learn something new.
Definitely. And when I think about gratitude, like you just beautifully referenced, looking back, not focusing on, oh gosh, what we didn't do that we had planned on doing. We got to focus on what we did do. But also there are things that are just outside of what we do and what we can control, things that just didn't go well.
Right.
And both in present time and looking back at the past, you can either focus on what didn't go well or you can focus on things to appreciate.
Right.
And so
And that
look
feels
back,
way better.
right? Like if you're to look back on the past year, like start journaling, make a list of the things that happened, either that you did or accomplished, or things that just happened that you could be grateful for.
Sure.
Because I think when we move forward in a state of appreciation, we just have so much more fuel for the journey ongoing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And it just feels, it's so much more value.
Yeah.
When you go look at those things that you accomplished, again,
Yeah.
big or small. So
Most definitely. So gratitude is such, I love that you said attitude of gratitude. It is an attitude. It's a lifestyle.
a choice.
It's a choice. It is many, many
And the-
choices.
and the choice is
all day long.
yours.
Oh, he just empowered you. Did you see that?
Go for it. You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it. So another tip I think would be, especially when we're looking at December, when there's so much going on, we're in the midst of all the holidays and such. Goals at this point of the year should be micro, not massive. I think that too often we try to set a goal that is so large that it becomes overwhelming. And then if we fall short, we feel bad. So tiny
Or you
wins.
don't take any action because
Or
it's
yes,
so big.
exactly, right? You do nothing. And so think about the tiny wins. What are the tiny wins that you can create for yourself now to just build momentum that you can carry into January for any grand plan you might have for next year? Tiny wins.
Tiny wins,
Tiny
they add
wins.
up.
They
add
do.
Up. 1% every day.
Yeah, they matter.
So for me, I think personally, in going into this month, I didn't tell you, I slipped and fell like an old man. I just walking on my 30-minute walk on a Sunday. It was this past Sunday, Sunday before that. The sidewalk was a little bit slick, and there were these little seeds, these round seeds that fell from the tree.
Oh, boy.
Right in my neighborhood, and I slipped, and I tried to catch myself and slammed my knee into the sidewalk.
shoot.
My bad knee,
No.
not the healthy one, the old man knee, right? And I was pretty much out for about a week and a half.
What?
Like I was queuing all my classes. I wasn't playing full out. But I thought I can't just do nothing. And so I started just working on some mobilization work. I just started going just on really light walks.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get back and get the movement back. And because I usually do like 30-minute walks, and I knew I couldn't do 30 because it was going to feel, I was just going to experience that pain. But I thought, just get out there, just walk a little bit, walk a little bit, walk a little bit.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, back at it again.
Amazing.
Ready to go.
Well,
But
I'm sorry that happened, but
it's
good
all
for
good.
you. Taking
It's all
that
good.
gradual progression.
The tiny steps.
The tiny steps?
Literally, the
Baby
the
steps?
micro steps.
I mean, that's what Kaizen's all about, right?
Yes,
the
it
getting
is.
1% better every day. Because
Yep.
our body physically, but I do believe our minds, our souls, our spirits,
Are the same.
we as humans, we respond best to gradual progression. So good for you
absolutely.
taking that approach.
Absolutely. So the next one is taking some instructor reset rituals. So what does that mean? So one of the things you can do perhaps is revisit some of your music playlists, right? Look back, revisit those, and just kind of reflect again and celebrate some of those those wins that you had during those classes that you felt went really smoothly. Look back at some of your class formatting that you put together or that you perhaps followed if you like pre-choreographed programs. Listen to your teaching voice, right? And also your reason why. So reconnecting with why you started this in the first place. And over time, your reason why will evolve. It will change, just dependent upon what season of life that you're in. But having that opportunity right now to go back to that reason why is going to excite you. It's going to reignite that fire. And it's going to, I think, also allow you to reconnect with your purpose again and get you fired up for the next season. So
That why is so incredibly important. You've got to stay connected to your why to continue to thrive in doing what you do.
and be excited about what you do.
Yeah, and be excited. Maintain the level of passion that is what really helps you connect with other people and lift them up, because things like passion are contagious.
Yeah.
And so I'm with you on that, the why. I still, to this day, I think about the fact that every time I go in to teach, and it's been almost 33 years now. Oh, by the way, we're recording this on the day that happens to be my 26-year anniversary with Lifetime.
Up. Happy anniversary.
I know, thank you. 26 years. But to this day, after over 3 decades, when I go in to teach, I say to myself, I don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Like you could choose to do something else.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this. I get to do this.
Right.
And when you shift from I have to do this attitude to I get to do this, it's a game changer. So
Yeah, life changer. That's a big paradigm shift.
The why is huge. So the final tip to offer up for you is just to recognize the need, both mind and body, the need for closure. And in any chapter we move through. So if we look at the year as a chapter, it comes to an end, right? And we look ahead to the next chapter. We look ahead to the next year. So be very intentional about ending things to create emotional and physical space for what's to come. So what I often like to do here is I'm kind of moving from one segment of life to another, whether it's, a month or a year, a quarter, whatever. I think to myself, I'm very much in a state of appreciation for what has happened.
Sure.
All the things that either give me reason to celebrate because they went well, or give me reason to celebrate because I learned a lot along the way. I have gratitude and appreciation for all of that, which means that in this moment, I am grateful for where I am, but not in a complacent way. I am grateful for where I am and excited for what's next.
Yeah, and working
excited
towards it.
for what's to unfold.
Yeah.
And what that does, it kind of gives you that closure, that moment where you're looking back and saying, you know what, thank you. Thank you, life, for what you brought for me this past year. And now looking forward, I'm going to look forward and choose to look forward with, positive anticipation and excitement for what's to come.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, the gratitude part, you notice it kind of weaves in almost every
all of
single
it.
element.
Yes.
That's so important. Being grateful for those elements and finding that closure, I think, is important. It kind of plays into, I think I mentioned this before, Catherine Ponder's book, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, where she talks about the vacuum law, right? Kind of releasing those things that maybe perhaps you celebrated and you learned from, maybe even the things that no longer serve you as well,
Yeah,
kind of releasing those things so you
absolutely.
can create space for all those good things that are going to happen. So taking that time to recognize that place of closure, I think, is super, super key.
Yeah.
Do you have like a day already carved out this month where you're going to be sitting down and doing that? Is that like a process or an exercise that you do?
Well, I always,
mindfully?
the last week of the year, so the week between Christmas and New Year's, I take myself through the power process that I created. So it's a 5-step inspired goal setting process. And I kind of walk myself through that. And a big part of that, the gratitude is weaved through it. It's a big part of the second step. And just kind of set myself in a place where I am really thankful for the year that we've had, looking ahead. And you're right, creating space. I mean, we talk about space and like decluttering because we know that physically, when you clear out space, you clear out your surroundings, it creates space for new things. But it is very energetic and it's very mental.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Things could be happening all around you that could be fantastic and could aid toward whatever it is you want to accomplish. You might not even notice them if you're focused on other things that are not serving you.
Sure.
And so it really does become kind of a mental, emotional exercise. So that last week of the year is something that, I always put some energy into that.
Awesome. And if you're listening to this and you're wondering, where can I find this power process? Kimberly created this, and you'll want to make sure that you visit her website at theinspiredlifeuniversity.com there. And how can people access that so they can go through that process just the way that you do? Because that's a perfect time to do it between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
the ideal time to do it.
Yeah, you can do it anytime. I do it quarterly, but you can do it. It doesn't matter if you're listening to this, sometime in December or if it's May. You can always do a power process.
Sure.
So, if you go to the inspiredlifeuniversity.com, you can in the professionals listing of education, we have the workshop. You can access the workshop. And where I walk you through it, it's basically a recording of a live Zoom workshop where I walk through the steps. And then there's also the coach certification. So you can become certified to be a power coach to help others achieve their inspired goals.
There you go.
All that's on there.
I love it. It's there. It's waiting for you. Get to it right now. So you really don't need to be perfect, or have a perfect end of the year at all, right?
way.
That's not the intention. That's not the focus. You just need to finish it with intention. So, really do give yourself the gift of reflection. I think that's one of the most important things is sit down, carve out a time, and it doesn't take very long at all. with pen and paper, maybe your journal, notebook, whatever, and take that time to realign with your purpose. Take that time to reset your energy. Take that time to write all the things down that you're grateful for, big and small.
It's huge.
And that way you literally can walk into 2026 knowing that you chose how you close this chapter.
Yeah, what
right?
a great way to put it. Yeah, you
Right.
get to decide how
feel
you're
empowered.
going to close out this past year, how you're going to enter the new year.
Mm-hmm.
So hope that was helpful for you. By all means, thank you for joining us, for supporting our little podcast here, and tag us at Group X Appeal with your biggest end of the year win or lesson. It could be big, it could be small. Everything matters on this journey of life we have here. By all means, share this episode with someone who needs a reset, and follow, give us a review. Your support definitely is helping us grow a pretty incredible community. So thank you so much for tuning in.
For sure. It means the world to us. And hey, also, big news. We are going to be at the Fit Expo in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And that's happening on Sunday, January 11th. And Kimberly and I have the great honor and just the chance to interview instructors, fitness enthusiasts, and you,
And maybe you.
potentially you, right? So please mark your calendars, and we would love to see you there if you're able to make it. If you have questions, how to get tickets, please make sure to reach out to us. You can potentially even be our guests. So please do that, and it would be nice to meet you in person. It's one of the biggest consumer fitness events, I think, on the West Coast. So we'd love to see you.
Yeah, so it's for fitness professionals and enthusiasts.
Yes, indeed.
So absolutely. If you love fitness, come join us.
Awesome. So we hope this helped. Again, I'm Terry Shorter.
I am Kimberly Spreen-Glick.
And we encourage you to make it a great day. And why, Kimberly?
Because it is a great day to have,
Yes,
Terry.
it is. Peace
Much
out.
love.